welcome, guys. This is one of our first kind of testimonials. I'm on here with Michael. He's done a solid job recently, so yeah, just wanted to invite him on here to tell us a little bit about what he's done. But yeah, Michael, just for the viewers, are you able to kind of give a bit of background for the people watching, where you're from, your journey, now where you're at with your agency in terms of like niche and revenue?
Yeah. So, my name is Michael, based in London, England. Now, I've been in the agency game now for like a year. Prior to this mentorship, I was in the gym niche, trying to kind of like build my business and stuff. But like, I was with my partner, obviously, but we kept plateauing at a certain number, like less than like 5K a month, and it was just like it wasn't really going well. Fast forward to like a year later. I mean, I went through different courses, Charlie Morgan, Iman Ghazi, obviously. But yeah, I then fast forward to like around a month ago. Obviously, I saw that you guys are doing extremely well. So I reached out because I know you guys ran your own mentorship. And then, kind of reached out because I wanted to be able to scale as well quite quickly. And it was the best decision I ever made, I'll be so honest. Joined the mentorship around a month ago. And today, we've cash collected around 15K. And like this month, we're projected to hit 30K, which is crazy. So, yeah.
That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear from our side as well. But yeah, I guess before you kind of went into SMMA, I presume you were kind of thinking about your current situation. You were faced with sort of going into kind of the 9 to 5 path in life. But what kind of sparked your interest for SMMA, and when did you kind of realize, this wasn't for you going into the 9 to 5 kind of path?
Yeah, to be honest, I think it was. I mean, it's the traditional like way, right? Like Iman Ghazi, you see the lifestyle, etc., etc. Jordan Welch, I guess that's like kind of who I found first, and then Iman. And obviously, I realized that there was more to it than just like the regular 9 to 5. I was going to go into like a marketing job. I realized that like there was a lot of money to be making online, and so I kind of pivoted towards the end of like university. Started to kind of focus on SMMA, and yeah, I guess that's like kind of what sparked my interest, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah, nice, man, nice. And yeah, what's your sort of goals, sort of like long term, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, look, like if we're looking for like from like a 1 year trajectory from now, definitely want to be hitting like around 100K a month. Like obviously future goals, I want to be able to build like a coaching business and be able to scale to 1 million a month and so on and so forth. But just to kind of get us off the ground, I mean, that's the hardest part, right? Just getting off the ground. And I think you guys have been able to help us with that tremendously. So yeah.
Okay, that's good to hear. So yeah, in terms of like, the future, you mentioned you want to like move into coaching there, but where do you guys want to go with the agency? Keep scaling, sell it. I've seen that's becoming quite popular nowadays. Or do you want to like move niche? Have you got any ideas for that?
Yeah, no, I think the focus is just to kind of build this agency up to like, if we can get to 500,000 a month, that'll be insane. But we want to like kind of build it from like we're looking from like a 4 year focus, like a 4 year future plan with the agency. And then eventually, obviously, sell it to a strategic buyer. So yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, 100%, man. But your journey's been over, I guess a year now. What would you say is one of the or maybe a couple of the most important things that you've learned throughout that whole process?
Oh man, your paradigm's the biggest thing. Your mindset going into it, right? I mean, the first year in business is always the hardest, and so if you can't kind of get over that, you're never going to be able to run something successful. And I guess like we kind of reap the fruits of our labor now, just because we kind of stuck with it. And I think the big thing is mindset. Definitely being able to book appointments, so the appointment booking process.
Yeah.
Bro, like it's 9% of people cannot do that, and that's why they fail in business. So if you can fix that, then you'll be good. And then obviously the acquisition side, so like sales as well. But I think the biggest thing is probably service delivery.
Yeah, 100%.
You have a really good service delivery, you'll be good. So
because you get the referrals from that, and then it's
exactly.
It is it's good. But ironically, it's the most hardest thing to get down. But you guys really excelled in the appointment booking stage. Are you able just to like tell people like how many appointments at one stage you were booking every single day?
Yeah, like roughly between like 20 to 30. It was like really, really insane. But that's because we had a massive team, to be fair. So
that's incredible, man. That's incredible. For a 1-month-old agency to be booking that kind of volume, it's really encouraging to see. And I hope it gives people watching this, kind of the hope that it is actually achievable, right? because
Yeah.
you did that with zero upfront costs, right? Though you weren't even paying them by appointment, was it?
Yeah, no, we weren't. We weren't.
Damn,
Yeah.
mental. But yeah, obviously you're in the UK right now. I wanted to kind of let the people know what the average day in the life is gonna like look like for an agency owner who's growing at a pace that you are.
Yeah, so I guess like because I'm not really working in the business, I'm really focused on working on it. I kind of like have like a managerial role, so I kind of like manage the cold callers, the sales reps. So in the mornings, I have a team with the cold callers, like just a kind of
Yeah.
a stand up, and obviously like coaching calls as well, like Monday, Thursdays, and then they obviously have their day. I'm there to kind of support them,
Mm.
listen to calls, call reviews. But the big thing for me is like the coaching calls and the call reviews, right, for the sales reps and the actual cold callers, because I'm managing the front end acquisition. So that's like basically, and then aside from that, doesn't really take up too much of my day.
Yeah.
I guess I just kind of focus more on like helping Ollie with the service delivery. But yeah, so it's not too much, to be honest.
No, that's good to hear, man. Yeah, because I don't want to give off this vibe that once you get to 10K per month, like it's all completely outsourced. There's still more jobs because as you get more money, there's more people to manage, and then you, as in the managerial role, have more stress there. But yeah, you're obviously in that partnership with Olu, like you just mentioned. How was that sort of helped you? Do you think being in a partnership is the way to go?
Yeah, it depends, man. It really does. Like you kind of have to be able to complement each other. Like for example, Ollie's the kind of guy that like he's an engineer, right? So he focuses on the automations, service delivery. Like he's smart. He's way smarter than me. But that's what I'm looking for, right? At the end of the day, someone
Yeah.
that is I can learn from, which is great because then for me, I'm very good at sales, etc., front end acquisition. So we just complement each other, right? So he focuses on the back end, I focus on the front end, and that's why we're able to scale so quickly.
Yeah. I think it's really important that there is sort of complementary talents there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do agree with that. It reminds me of kind of the situation Sam and I've got set up. But
Yeah.
that's good to hear. But what would you say about a person? I think this is actually a really important point. Who's looking for a business partner? Like, what would your pieces of advice be?
Man, that's such a good question. If you're looking for a business partner, I think you can't force it. Like you can't force looking for a business partner. Like for example with Charlie and Bo, if you know their story, you know that like Bo just randomly found Charlie, right? And then eventually they kind of complemented each other, right? It's the exact same thing with you, like whoever's looking for a business partner. Don't go like actively looking. The time will come when someone just comes into your life and they're there to kind of genuinely help you and actually complement your abilities too. So I think don't force it. It will just come.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I've actually never heard someone say that kind of perspective on it. That's a really good way to look at it. But yeah, last question from me. What would you say to the people who are kind of on the fence about mentorship?
Oh man, like you have to be careful with mentorships as well. I think you need to be able to kind of do your due diligence with the person before you even like kind of think about jumping onto the mentorship. So because I obviously know who you are, I know who Sam is, it made it a lot easier kind of like joining the mentorship, right?
Yeah.
Because I had already built that like initial rapport with you guys and I kind of understood your journey. So mentorships are definitely the way to go. If you're going through a course, don't do it. Just don't go through a course. Just find a mentor. It's a cheat code, especially if they've like been down the route you're looking to go down. Sorry, and you'll be fine. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man. Well, yeah, that's great to hear from you, Modu. It's great to hear your plan in the next couple months, getting to that 100K per month. But yeah, honestly, really pleased that we could help. And yeah, that's all from me. If you guys do want mentorship, obviously just message me on Instagram at will.half and we can have a quick conversation there. If not, doesn't matter. You got to see Michael's success story. But yeah.